Probably the best advice I would give a first-year teacher is to be flexible, be willing to, yes, be patient, be willing to make changes, ask for help, but also at the same time you have to be consistent. In your classroom, be consistent, because otherwise they'll eat you alive, they can smell new blood. But professionally, ask for advice, try new things, find your groove, but be willing to change that up if you need to.
Okay. What keeps you teaching?
Wow, that is a really good question. Every day is different. It's never boring. It's never monotonous. The kids keep it interesting. I can teach the same class 3 times in a row, but because of the kids, it's going to come out different. They're going to always challenge me with new questions and new ideas and new ways of thinking about something that I never had. And I don't know that there are many jobs that you get to do that work like that.
Awesome. What is your greatest weakness when it comes to teaching, and what have you done to overcome it?
Oh, God. Organization. Having a family and children has really thrown me for a loop as a teacher. So coming back into teaching after staying home for 7.5 years and having kids at the same time, coming back, so I felt like a brand new teacher. So I really had to figure out how to reorganize and prioritize my time and really use my classroom time and be selfish with it. In other words, I can't say, sure, I'll sit around and chit chat with my kids all day because I want to, but I still have to get grading done. I have to get lesson planning because I don't want to take that home. And it's a fine line between being their friends and being there from them, but then not giving your whole self to them. So it's organization and kind of knowing when to say, I can't do this. I have to work on it for me.
Gotcha. How do you get your students to all be truly engaged at the same time?
I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. If you know the answer to that, I'd love to know. Okay. I do my best to constantly. That's where the flexibility comes in. That's where you have to be aware of what's going on in your classroom and make sure that if you see that is not working, don't do it again. Change it. Figure out something else. Go to somebody else who may have taught that subject and said, I hate teaching this. How do I teach it so that it's more engaging? What other ideas can you have? This is what I envision would happen. How do I get there? Okay. Collaborate, talk to other people, change it up.
Nice. Staff meeting 215, room 10. All staff prepare to be there. Staff meeting 215, room 10. Shirley, thank you for joining us today.
What helps motivate kids to work hard?
Trying to get intrinsic value, honestly, and that's hard. The buy-in, the trying to get them to understand that it's not for a grade, it's not for points, it's for knowledge, it's for being a better, well-rounded person who is well-versed and can hold intelligent conversations. And that's why it's hard to get them all engaged, because not all of them are going to buy in on that. And so and some of them have never been asked to do that, have that intrinsic value before, at least not since they were in elementary school. So that buy-in is really hard, and that's the engagement strategy as well. So it's all kind of tied together.
Gotcha. Okay, 2 more. How would you build your classroom community?
I struggle with that a lot because since I have 9-week blocks, I feel like having that kind of long-term connection is difficult, especially within my subject area. So that's something I struggle with. But it's a matter of just being myself and talking to them and making sure I carry stuff over from another one, and there has to be some outside stuff. So letting them have where we have engaging conversations that may not be on subject all the time, and just kind of, because that's how real life works. It's not like you go to work and you talk about work stuff all the time. You have outside conversations, and that helps them figure out those boundaries before they go into the workplace, but still build up that community in the classroom so that we're all, and we teach respect all the time, and make sure that they come into the classroom understanding that they leave the personal junk outside and they have respect in the classroom.
Cool. Okay, so last one is, what advice could you offer me on how to get the best from my students in the classroom?
Again, be flexible, listen to them, be responsive to them. Don't let them railroad you. And be consistent, be willing to follow through. If you're going to make a threat on you're gonna have a test on Friday. If you don't shape up, then you have to be ready for a test on Friday, or else they're gonna know that you're full of junk. So you just have to make sure that you are willing to adapt. I asked them, is there anything you can do differently? Did you guys hate that? What would you like? And they're pretty receptive. So, I tell them, you can't tell me don't ever do it again, or just sit around and watch us, let us watch a movie, but ask for feedback. They like to be included in this whole process. That way they feel, again, more buy-in. If they get to be a part of the decision making and deciding, do you like this lesson or do you like this lesson, then the buy-in is there as well. So for me, it's all about the buy-in. I have to make them be here, not because it's school and they have to be here, but there's something interesting going on.
Nice. Cool. Well, thank you.